Today, let's talk about Introduction to Intellectual Property Rights. Alright, so let's find out what are under intellectual property. Soon we will be discussing patent, copyright, and trademark. Okay, so here let's start. What are intellectual property rights? Intellectual property rights are like any other property right. They allow creators or owners of patents, trademarks, or copyrighted works to benefit from their own work or investment in a creation. Intellectual property refers to intangible assets that have been created by man with the use of his mind. These creations of the mind may be protectable by law and may be developed into a product or service by going through a spectrum of stages from idea to creation to protection and to commercialization. So those are the process. What are they? It can be innovation, man's innovation or creation. Then artistic or literary works and design, even name, symbol, image that are used in commerce. Okay, so that's it. Intellectual property can also be protected by patents, utility model, trade secret. So we'll be talking about that one soon. Then copyright and related rights, trademarks, service marks, collective marks, and geographical indications. Okay, so this is under our course, patent and intellectual property. Then industrial designs, layout designs of integrated circuits. Okay. Then why we promote and protect intellectual property? There are several compelling reasons. First, the progress and well-being of humanity rest on its capacity to create and invent new works in the areas of technology and culture. So the first reason. Second, the legal protection of new creations encourages the commitment of additional resources for further innovation. Third, the promotion and protection of intellectual property spurs economic growth, creates new jobs and industries, and enhances the quality and enjoyment of life. Okay? Let us remember that an efficient and equitable intellectual property system can help all countries to realize intellectual property's potential as a catalyst for economic development and social and cultural well-being. Also, intellectual property system helps strike a balanced system between the interests of innovators and the public and the public interest by providing environment in which creativity and invention can flourish for the benefit of all. Right? So please pardon me. Then branches of IP or intellectual property. These are first industrial property, which includes patents for inventions, trademarks, industrial designs, and geographical indications. Copyright and other copyright laws, okay, which covers literary works such as novels, poems, and plays, films, music, artistic works. Other examples: drawings, paintings, photographs, rights related to copyright include those of performing artists and their performances, producers of phonograms and their recordings, and broadcasters and their radio television programs, and television programs rather. Let's always remember the law, okay? So Section 2 of Republic Act 8293 states that the state recognizes that an effective intellectual and industrial property system is vital to the development of domestic and creative activity, which facilitates transfer of technology, attracts foreign investments, and ensures market access of our products. These rights are outlined in Article 27 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, which provides for the right to benefit from the protection of moral and material interests resulting from authorship of scientific, literary, artistic productions. The importance of intellectual property was first recognized in the Paris Convention for the Protection of Industrial Property that was in the year 1883, and the Berne Convention for the Protection of Literary and Artistic Works in 1886. Both treaties are administered by the World Intellectual Property Organization, or the WIPO. Then, Republic Act 8293, Intellectual Property Code of the Philippines. We have here an agency, a government agency, that is Intellectual Property Office of the Philippines. They are governed, okay? They are mandated to implement the law protecting intellectual property rights in our country, as provided for under Republic Act 8293 of the Intellectual Property Code of the Philippines, signed into law that was in the year on June 6, 1997. Then with those things that we tackled, how does an average person like us benefit? Now remember that intellectual property rights reward creativity and human endeavor, which fuel the progress of humankind. For example, the multi-billion-dollar film, recording companies, publishing, and software industries, which bring pleasures to millions of people worldwide, would not exist without copyright protection. Consumers would have no means to confidently buy products or services without reliable international trademark protection and enforcement mechanisms to discourage counterfeiting and piracy. Okay, so that's under intellectual property rights. So, with the activity that I have given to you, it's like this. Okay, so think of a brand that you would like to venture in the future. So many of you are asking, what kind of activity are you going to have for this? So it's like this. You're going to think of a brand you're going to make or create. Okay, so if you are given a chance to think of a brand, what would it be? So it depends on your creativity. Then after that, once you are done, design a company logo or a brand logo that you would like to have. Include a creative tagline you wish to create in order to make your brand famous. So what would it be? Okay. So for example, the company, others would read that one as Nike, others would call it Nike. Okay. So we all know that the brand of that one logo is the check mark, and then the tagline is "Let's do it." So let's discover what makes that brand famous. And then after that, you use Sonic Pix application for your design. Now this is only a suggestion. You can still think of other applications or available to you for your design or making of your design. Then for the next activity, here, name some famous local and international companies with their brand logo and identify which country of those brands that you choose come from. Okay? So here, and then after that, can you identify the tagline which makes this brand or company famous? So you use the table that I have given to you now. So here, these are the examples of the brands. Then we have here the table tagline. So company. So those are examples, the three examples. Then the company logo should be placed here. So this one. Then the Nike or Nike here should be placed here. So next is the country of origin, where each of the brand comes from, and then their corresponding tagline. So think maybe 10 brands or company you wish to. After doing the activity, which among the company or product do you like the most? So these are the follow-up questions. Then what do you think of this brand or product known for? Then why do you think people patronize this product? Then what do these companies have in common? Then support your answer. So here I included my references in which where I get all the things, the learnings that we have under this topic. So there you go. Then more available websites if you want to learn more about the topic and more readings, more knowledge, so you can visit this link. So that would be all, and then thank you very much. Then see you again for our next lesson.